Hello, my beautiful Rich and Chill souls, and welcome back. So, when I thought about this episode we are recording today, which is episode 88, special
Yay!
number, I knew it had to be a special topic and a very special guest. So I am so excited and honored that she's here today, not only a leading expert in crypto, but also a dear friend. Welcome, Susanne Klüter. I'm so excited that you are here.
Yay! Thank you so much for having me. I'm also super excited and so honored that I am the episode 88. What a number,
Totally.
abundance galore. And
I
I'm
mean,
happy.
who else? Who else? It's so beautiful. So our listeners already heard, your official introduction, but of course, I would like you to introduce yourself. Who are you and why is this work so important to you?
Yay! My name is Susanne, as you mentioned already, and I was my whole life an entrepreneur at heart. I
Mhm.
started my being an entrepreneur actually very early with the age of 21. I also got my first daughter at the age of 21. And anyhow, the birth of my daughter shifted me
Mhm.
into the topic of children's fashion. I was always I loved fashion always, and when I had this small cute baby, I had to, yeah, I was sewing and crafting stuff,
Mhm.
and then people started noticing, and we started selling. And this was our first business, and it evolved over decades. And when I turned 50, anyhow, I felt a calling to change.
Mhm.
We were very successful in what we were doing, but it was always, with a lot of hard work and long hours and a lot of sweat and nerves and everything. And I wanted to shift into something, yeah, which would give me more freedom, also,
Mhm.
especially freedom of space where I could, I would not be bound to a place, but I
Yes.
could, yeah.
Mhm.
And then,
Mhm.
anyhow, I discovered the coaching world and had a very nice mentorship with a lady from Austria. And she noticed my huge expertise in the crypto field, which was actually my private side hustle at this time. She
Oh,
said, Susanne, this is your field. And then I became a crypto coach.
oh my gosh, that's so cool.
This this was one of the best decisions of my life. The time which
Mhm.
occurred after that decision was just magical,
Mhm.
awesome, and the very best. And so I'm very excited that I took that leap and that I'm now a crypto coach for ladies who want to explore crypto and also to have a success story there.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So, what comes first to my mind when we look online or in the media, crypto is often portrayed as fast-paced and aggressive and, of course, super risky. So, how do you bring your wonderful feminine energy and your softness in such a high intensity space?
Yes, for sure. Crypto often feels very loud,
Mm,
very fast, and very intense. A lot of adrenaline also, you can feel
mm,
this.
totally.
Yeah, it also feels that it's a space where you always need to be, or you're always meant to be one step ahead
Mm,
already.
mm,
Yeah, this is the common feeling people
yes.
have when they tap into crypto. But I don't believe that this is the energy where you enter the space and where you succeed there.
Mm,
I think when we bring our feminine softness in this fast-paced market by slowing down,
Mm.
listening, learning, then this is a combination which really puts your head. For example, many of my clients who come to me who have been investing in crypto before, they acted on this, what you described, this fast paced and, oh my
Mm.
God, I have to jump in now, otherwise I'm missing out.
Mhm.
And many of them were not very happy with the results
Mm.
because the education was lacking. The the stillness and the clarity, which is also very, very important in that space, was
Yeah.
also missing. They were
Mm.
just driven by this not so nice FOMO energy, which is so prominent there. And you really have
Mm.
to
Totally.
take a step back that you
Mm.
don't get sucked in this vibe, you know.
Mm.
But when you do this, that you are curious, that you want to learn more, that you are excited about that space
Mm.
without being sucked in by FOMO, then it can be a really rewarding path. Yeah, this is what I believe.
Absolutely. And that's so unique. And as you said, I also experienced that myself. When you enter this world that is so fast, of course you have the feeling, oh my gosh, am I too late? I should have invested in this yesterday. But over time, as you said, you get this, okay, let's breathe for a second. There is nothing to miss out. There are so many chances every day, every hour. And you, as an investor or as a woman who experiences that, you will find your own unique way. And I think for me, and as I experienced that in your groups as well, that's so beautiful that everyone can choose their own way and find, because there are so many possibilities. And that's what's for me so unique in your coaching and your groups and your energy. I mean, I never experienced that anywhere. And let's face it, I mean, the whole financial industry is still male dominated,
Mhm.
although it changes step by step. But what have been maybe some challenges or even opportunities you
Mhm.
encountered as a woman, leading in this space?
Mhm.
I just have a picture in mind, you at a crypto conference, maybe in Dubai, entering in this very feminine dress. And I mean, you don't show up in a suit. Do people underestimate you? Or maybe you can share some stories. I would love that.
It's so funny that you mentioned this. I often attend crypto conferences,
Mm,
especially Dubai. I'm there mostly a few times a year.
mm,
And at the last Token 2049, there was a very fun story. There was a get together, like a networking event of women in blockchain.
mm,
And I went there. This was a day before the conference started. And
mm.
I went there, of course, with my hair and my handbag and my dress. And there were, maybe 20 women at this event. It was in a private home.
Mhm.
And then there were two guys, they were, tall, they had lots of muscles, they wear t-shirts, empire trading. So meaning
Wow.
these were traders like you picture them
Yes,
in the real world.
here
Yeah,
I
like
come.
bodybuilding, I don't know, muscle and the t-shirt. And at first, I felt a little bit intimidated if I should approach them.
Mm.
Then I took the leap and said, well, hi, you're traders. I'm a trader too. And,
No way.
and I could see a little bit of surprise in their
Uh,
eyes.
You.
And then we got involved in a talk, and it was such a nice talk because I could feel, in the space, you have these kind of people and this kind of people.
Mm,
And this kind of people are the one who do not have proper knowledge, who are just coming from the hype, from the FOMO, from the pressure, and you know what I mean. And
mm.
there you have the people who really understand the space, who really love the space,
Oh
and
my God.
are
This
just
is
the
so cool.
real deal. And those guys were the real deal. They were from Australia, and we had such a nice talk. And it's
Oh.
definitely a connection I cherish a lot. They
Mm.
invited me now also into their community and such, and they are doing
Wow.
such a nice project and everything. And you can really feel that they do it from their heart, not from
Mm,
hype or FOMO or dollar signs in their eyes.
mm.
Is really cool. Right now they are doing what's the name of these? It is an RV, the vehicle where you can travel with. I don't
I
know.
think so.
You know,
I'm not sure. Yes, but I know what you mean. Yes.
yeah, like these big cars where you can sleep in and you have a kitchen and everything, and they travel
Yes.
through Australia and educate people about crypto. So
Oh
cool.
my gosh, this is so cool.
And so this was such a nice encounter, and I've met many, many other nice people
Mm,
in this space. And of course, it is very male dominated and
mm,
it is also very young. So for
mm.
me, I have to calculate when, yeah, I'm turning 59 this year,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I I'm super proud being a woman in this
Mm.
space, which is male oriented and also with my age. I'm feeling like a maverick.
Absolutely.
Like a
Absolutely.
maverick. And because we did not grow up with tech like that. But
Mm,
if you feel the calling, you can learn
mm.
anything. You can learn, and if you have the curiosity and everything, and so this is something where I'm very proud of, yeah. And this is also what I try to bring to my community. My
Mm.
community, mainly women 40 plus. I have women in their 60s, in their 70s in my
This is
community.
so amazing. Yes.
Yes,
This is,
and it's
oh my gosh.
just
Yeah.
because we bring such a different leadership to this space. We are not these kind of young people who are, who we are grounded,
Yes.
and of
Mm.
course, even when we are grounded, we sometimes get catched by FOMO, could be, but it is just different. We are coming from all the background we have in our life, and yeah, this is magical.
This is magical, totally. And as you said, we have this life experience, we are grounded, we know what we want, what we don't want, and not that younger people don't have that at all, but it's a very different starting point, let's say it like that. And of course, not long ago, let's be honest, the women weren't even allowed to have their own bank account. So that's such unique, and I would love to share, or you to share more on your perspective. Where do you see women's role in shaping the future of money itself, especially with crypto and the opportunities that come with crypto?
Yeah. I believe definitely that women will play a huge role in this industry. It's very
Mm,
funny. Also, this space is trying to pull more women in. For example, there is an initiative that women get free tickets to the Bitcoin conference. Very, it
Really?
was,
Oh.
yes. I also had a ticket for Las Vegas, but I couldn't make it because I was traveling already to Dubai before. And it
Mm,
was, I do not want to spend my whole life in hotel rooms. So I, I decided to skip that. But I find this very interesting because I think that also what I hear sometimes that some women are really scared of crypto. That
mm,
women in general are scared of the investment field, even in the normal money system. You know, it's just a
mm.
fraction of women who invest at the stocks or something. And
Absolutely.
so if we enter now even a new topic, digital assets, this is
Mm. Oh
so
my God.
scary. So
Mhm.
this is a kind of an obstacle where many women are afraid of.
Mm,
But this, what we said before, this grounded, this feminine,
mm,
this flowy, I think this is something this space really needs because then we might be able to take out this adrenaline space a little bit more and make it more like, yeah, a better space for the whole community, for men and women. Yeah,
mm.
I think this is something women really could bring into this space.
Absolutely. And, something that always stuck with me from all of your programs and the coachings I participated, that you always say that crypto is not just an investment, but a journey and a journey to fall in love with. And I love that so much because that just takes out this, oh my gosh, this hurry and just relax and enjoy. And you're learning something new. And could you share more about that? What inspired you to this approach in that way?
I love this sentence, fall
Mm,
in love with the journey. I think this applies to everything in life, that we do not fall in love with the outcome, that we fall in
mm,
love with the journey. Because every journey, if it's a business, if it's your family, if it's your relationship, there will be times where you're flying high and then a curve is coming. And when you
mm,
cave in the curve, because you just fell in love with the outcome, then the
mm,
journey won't be as successful as if you would have fallen in love with the journey. And
mm.
this is also the way I've lived my whole life. I always had a kind of vision, at least an idea,
Yes.
and I started to walk towards that. I never had a full plan in mind. I never had made clear goals. I have to have that and that and that. I just
Mm,
started walking. And this
yes.
is why it was also when we had the kids fashion business, it was
Mm.
always a work in progress, a journey in progress. And if you fall in love with that, that's just, it changes everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm totally with you there. And you also, mention often to you are building like a solid foundation as the key to long-term success, especially in crypto, because you can lose yourself in this space and there is daily something new and there is a shiny object there and a shiny object on
Yeah.
the other side.
Mhm.
And what would you say to someone, that is really new? I mean, of course, being in your Facebook group, we will link that all in the show notes. But what would you recommend when someone is starting out, just for the first time and getting some education, maybe about Bitcoin, or where do you think is a good place to start?
Mhm. I think definitely that the education is key.
Mm,
This is the part which many people like to skip because they just feel, it's
mm,
different if you feel a calling into a space and you say, well, bring it on. I want to learn how this works.
yeah.
Or if you rush into a
Mm,
space because you think you are anyway 2 years too late and you just buy left and right everything which sounds good,
mm.
then you
And you
are
don't know even
disappointed.
what it is. Yes.
Yeah, and then you are disappointed because your portfolio goes, So, so this is not how it works. I
No.
definitely would recommend to start with education, yes.
Mm,
Not only about Bitcoin. I think I love the world behind Bitcoin. So
mm,
Bitcoin is the sun in the crypto universe, yes, but
mm,
there are so many other interesting things out there. And so I think in general, start to educate yourself, you know,
mm,
and then take your time. A sentence many of my clients love me for is that I say there is nothing to miss. Because like I said,
absolutely.
two
Yes.
pictures, if you step into something with clarity and intention and
Mm,
time versus rushing and just buying stuff, there will be a
mm,
different outcome. Yeah. And
mm,
definitely the education, and also take out any pressure that you need to act faster. Because
mm,
anyway, this vibe will suck you in this space. But if you stand tall against this and say,
mm.
well, on my journey, I'm in love with my journey, and I know I will find the right things at the right time, it is magical.
Totally. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I mean, obviously, this is a topic we could talk about for weeks. But to wrap it up for today, as my guest, anything else you would like to share? And of course, we will link all the spaces where you can be found on the internet. But you have the last word, so to say.
Yeah. If there's one thing I'd say, if you feel the calling, go for it.
Mhm.
Don't let yourself be, don't let eventually fear or something be an obstacle for you to enter.
Mm,
Enter with small steps, enter in your rhythm. Bring your curiosity, bring your joy, bring
yeah.
your willingness to learn. A super important skill, willingness to learn. Because once for me, when I tapped into the space and dipped my toes more and more into those waters, I was in awe about that, what's possible.
Mm,
Because it's crypto and blockchain technology is so much more than just money. It is
absolutely.
a revolution for the world
Mm,
to make the world a better space, a fairer space. The vision of the Bitcoin founder, Satoshi Nakamoto, a currency from people for people. And this is also this, this spirit what pulled me so much into the space.
yeah.
It's a word you can remember, Wagmi. We all gonna make it. So
Mm.
step in the space and you will find a wonderland.
This is such a beautiful ending. Thank you so, so much for sharing these insights and your wisdom with us today, Susanne. Thanks for being here. Thanks you all for listening to this very, very special episode. And see you soon next time here at the Rich and Chill podcast. Bye.